It's been interesting because since your article dropped, I gotta say, it has got all the buzz. If you are on X, if you're on Instagram, TikTok for the young kids, you know that Caitlin Clark is the Time Athlete of the Year. How has your 24 hours been since the articles dropped?
It's been awesome, and just the reaction. Obviously, people so excited not only about women's basketball, but about women's sports, and how excited and deserving, not only myself, but just women's sports as a whole.
Winning the biggest award of your career should be a moment of celebration, but for Caitlin Clark, it sparked an avalanche of criticism. After being named Time's Athlete of the Year, she found herself at the center of a heated debate. But here's the plot twist. As the backlash grew louder, some of the biggest names in sports rose to her defense. From Olympic legends to iconic broadcasters, and even a fellow Time Award finalist, they're rallying to support Clark. And wait until you hear what one of the greatest athletes of all time had to say. Ready to dive in? Let's break it all down.
Last night, we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said, the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have?
Caitlin Clark's Athlete of the Year award should have been a moment of triumph, but instead, it ignited a wave of unexpected criticism. Some accused her of bowing to envious institutions, while others argued she should share the spotlight with the entire WNBA, claiming she hasn't done enough to uplift the league.
It's just not Caitlin Clark, it's Reese. We have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized, and I don't think we can just pin it on one player.
Shayla Johnson, co-owner of the Washington Mystics, raised a thought-provoking concern. Singling out Caitlin Clark might stir resentment within the league. Why not feature the entire WNBA on the cover and celebrate it as the League of the Year? She suggested. Meanwhile, critics like Megyn Kelly took a different approach, accusing Clark of bowing to pressure, adding another layer of controversy to the conversation. What should have been a celebration of Clark's groundbreaking achievement has instead sparked division, turning her recognition into a lightning rod for debate.
It's like Cinderella, like, I don't really want to go out with the prince. Please pay attention to these very unattractive stepsisters. That's really what she's saying. I know you don't want to look at them. You really want to look at me. But I feel bad about all the attention. And just take a minute to look at them because they, after all, did get this castle in the first place that I now am set to rule. No one's buying it.
Caitlin Clark's *Time* Athlete of the Year award should have been a crowning moment of celebration, but it quickly turned into a whirlwind of debate and controversy. Critics came at her from all angles, some accusing her of bowing to societal pressures, while others argued she didn't deserve the spotlight alone, suggesting the entire WNBA should have been recognized instead. Yet, as the storm brewed, a powerful wave of support emerged, uniting voices across sports, media, and even tech, to rally behind Clark and her historic achievement. Shayla Johnson, co-owner of the Washington Mystics, voiced concern that singling out Clark could alienate players in the WNBA. Why not feature the entire WNBA and name it the League of the Year instead? She suggested. On the other hand, media figures like Megyn Kelly accused Clark of bending the knee, suggesting her acknowledgement of privilege was unnecessary and divisive. What was supposed to be a milestone for women's sports quickly became a contentious debate over who deserved the spotlight and how recognition in sports should be framed. Not everyone joined the criticism. Gabby Thomas, a triple Olympic gold medalist from the 2024 Paris Games, didn't hold back in her defense of Clark. After Riley Gaines publicly criticized Clark, Thomas fired back on social media, tweeting, "Girl, are you for real? You don't need to weigh in on everything, just sit this one out." Thomas framed her support as part of a larger movement, athletes standing up for each other across sports, breaking down barriers of division. Then came legendary tennis player Chris Evert. The 18-time Grand Slam champion dismissed the idea of awarding the entire WNBA instead of Clark, saying, "This is Athlete of the Year. asterisk not asterisk leave of the year asterisk Caitlin Clark's individual brilliance and contributions to the game are undeniable. Everett's voice added credibility, emphasizing the significance of celebrating individual achievements even in team sports. Former Pittsburgh Steelers safety Ryan Clark also stepped into the fray, using his platform on asterisk, the Pivot podcast asterisk, to champion Caitlin's impact on basketball. No singular player has done for a sport what she did for women's basketball in 2024, maybe ever, he stated. Ryan Clark highlighted Caitlin's ability to handle criticism with grace, including her measured response to Megyn Kelly. She's aware of her privilege and uses it to elevate the league and respect the trailblazers who came before her, he added. To him, her recognition wasn't just deserved. It symbolized a transformative moment in women's sports. Tech mogul and Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian brought a fresh perspective to the conversation. Married to tennis icon Serena Williams, Ohanian is no stranger to supporting women in sports. He took to Twitter with a powerful thread. "What if I told you it's possible to celebrate excellence and acknowledge privilege?" Ohanian praised Clark's self-awareness and ability to thrive under immense scrutiny. He added, "She's had to step into a massive spotlight at such a loaded time in our country. All of sports is better off because of her." His words emphasized the intersection of sports, social issues, and cultural change, positioning Clark as a key figure in this evolving narrative. Tennis sensation Coco Gauff also voiced her subtle yet powerful support. After Caitlin posted her *time* cover on Instagram, Gauff responded with a trio of heart eye emojis. A longtime admirer of Clark, Gauff revealed she even set alarms during the European clay season to watch Clark's games. Gauff's gesture hinted at a growing camaraderie among Gen Z athletes, rising stars across sports uniting to uplift each other. Veteran journalist Christine Brennan brought decades of perspective to the debate. Speaking on CNN, Brennan dismissed Shayla Johnson's criticism, emphasizing, "This is *athlete of the year, not leave of the year Caitlin Clark earned this recognition through her extraordinary individual achievements." Brennan also highlighted Clark's role in uplifting the WNBA, from skyrocketing TV ratings to sellout crowds. Even Shayla Johnson's team, the Washington Mystics, moved games to larger arenas because of Clark's draw, Brennan pointed out, underscoring the tangible impact Clark has had on women's basketball. ESPN anchor Elle Duncan added to the conversation with her no-nonsense approach. Caitlin Clark deserved *time* athlete of the year. Suggesting she's being unfairly elevated for a transformational year is absurd, Duncan declared. She compared the backlash to questioning MVP awards, stating, "Both individual and team contributions matter. We can celebrate one without diminishing the other."